All right, now on to Walmart. And I'm telling you right now, you want to talk about phones? I got a feeling the phones are going to blow up on this. And it's about the receipt checking at Walmart. There is a woman that put a video together. She posted it on her social media. And this is a woman. I love this lady. She's like, I am not showing my receipt at the front door at Walmart. You know what I'm talking about? You go to Walmart, you do a self-checkout, or you do the regular lane checkout with an employee. And in a lot of cases, and I've noticed that some Walmarts, and I think the more complex stores or areas where there is a higher degree of theft, I think they're a little more stringent and strict and consistent with the receipt checking. There are some stores, for instance, where some Walmarts that I've gone to where there hasn't even been a receipt checker at the door. So here's the deal. Let me play this audio. This is a woman that's saying, no, I'm not showing you my receipt. I paid for it. I just checked out. I'm not showing you my receipt. But it also comes down to
what right do they have to even ask you for it?
Can they require you? Here, listen to this audio. Listen to this. I love this woman. Listen to this woman talking about how she's not going to show the receipt at Walmart anymore. Listen.
So I just came out of Walmart. See the sign back there. Because I forgot a few things at Kroger's yesterday. Well, just a couple of things. And one of them was toilet tissue, so I was over there with this girl. We was both getting toilet tissue. And she was like, this don't make no sense. We got to pay this much to wipe our ass. And I fell out laughing. I was like, right. So anyway, I went to go pay for my stuff. I did the self-checkout. And after I paid for it, I'm getting ready to walk out. 2 people walked out ahead of me. Older man stops and say, can I see your receipt? Without me stopping and without me looking at him, I say no.
No? Can I see your receipt? No. So this woman is like fighting back. She's like, no, I'm not showing you my receipt before I walk out of the Walmart.
I paid for it. I'm no longer showing receipts. If I got to work for you for free, Walmart, tell your people don't ask me to see my receipt because I'm not going to show it to them. Period. So he was like, oh, okay, thank you. Have a nice day. And I was just steady walking with my shit in my cart.
With her stuff in her cart.
Andrew, I think you missed that one.
That walked out before me that you did not ask for a receipt. And then I get to the door and you want to ask me for a receipt. Nah, I'm not the one. I'm not showing no more receipts.
All right, so this is an interesting question. Is there any requirement that you have to show your receipt? What if you just say no? She said no to the guy checking receipts at the front door. She said no, and the guy said, "Okay, have a nice day."
So the policy, I think, I'm not a Walmart employee. I don't know 100%, but I'm pretty sure the policy is if you have something in your cart that's not in a bag, then you flag yourself for potentially being asked to see your receipt because they're thinking, why is it in your cart? So like I've gone through self-checkout and I bag everything, but I don't bag my gallon of milk. And they'll ask to see my receipt because my milk's out. Or when I bought the microwave last week for the Super Bowl egg test.
That's not going to fit in a box or in a bag, rather. You're just going to carry the box out.
But she asked to see my receipt on the way out because it wasn't in a bag.
The question, though, is, are you required? Do you have to? It doesn't seem like you have to. I don't think there's any. I mean, you are on private property. I guess they could, if they want to get really ornery, they could trespass you and tell you that you're not welcome at our Walmart anymore. Let's go to phones on this. Do you ever refuse to show your receipt? Now, Walmart, does Home Depot do it sometimes as well? I'm trying to remember. Certainly Walmart. When you think of stores that ask you for a receipt, you think of Walmart, you think of the clubs.
Costco.
Like Costco or Sam's Club or BJ's. All right, let's go to phones on this. I would love, and even different angles. Have you refused to show your receipt, or do you always comply? And listen, if you work for Walmart, if you're a Walmart employee, or if you once worked at Walmart, what happens when somebody refuses to show the receipt? The woman that we just played the audio bite of with her social media, video post, which has gone viral. She's like, no, I'm not showing you my receipt. And the guy said, okay, have a nice day. Let's go to phones on this. 800-990-1047. Interesting. Do you have to show the receipt? I mean, and what is the enforcement really? It's not like you're breaking the law. They might have a policy. But what can they really do if you say no? I mean, they're not going to grab you. They're not going to detain you. Walmart loss prevention is not going to, grab you by the waist and prevent you from leaving the store. What are your thoughts about this woman saying, no, I just paid for the stuff. I'm walking out of your Walmart. I'm not showing you my receipt. Let's go to phones. Look, every line is jammed here now. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Would love to get your take on this. 800-990-1047. That's how you get in. Philippe in Dade City has a story. Philippe, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Long-time listener.
Hey, buddy, thanks. What's the story with you and Walmart?
Every time I go by there, they always want to see my receipt, and they get mad when you don't show them receipts. So now, whenever I go by there, all I do is I hold up my receipt. You see my receipt, and I keep on going. I never stop. It's just an aggravation. And then there's always 5-10 people waiting to show receipts. I just walk by them.
I mean, really, what is the enforcement ability that they really have? And I don't want to
They get mad.
Yeah. When you say they get mad, to what degree have they been angered by your refusal to show your receipt?
Well, they tell me that they must see my receipt. I was going like, y'all bagged my stuff up. Did y'all steal? I didn't steal anything. I said, everything that y'all bagged in there, I paid for it. And then they got a book there that they have to write down that so-and-so refused to show the receipt.
Hold on. Hold on. You're saying that they have a ledger? They keep track of people that refuse to show the receipt?
Absolutely.
Wow, it's the receipt naughty list over at Walmart.
I mean, Philippe, how would they even know your name?
Exactly. That's the problem. I don't understand why. I don't know. They don't know what your name is, so I don't know what they write down on the book. One day I'm going to go by there and I'm going to check and see what they write up in them books.
Just grab the book and
steal a book.
Like that Seinfeld episode where they were making all the notes on Elaine's files, all the doctors.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it, Philippe. Jeff is in Parrish. Jeff, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
My experience is a little different than your other caller. If everything I have is in a bag, I just can walk out. The greeter person just lets you go. But if I have loose things in the bag, then what happens is they want to see the receipt to make sure you've paid for that because they want to make sure you haven't stolen that.
No, I get it. We all understand why they want a receipt check, but I've seen people, and it's happened to me, where I'm walking out with non-loose items. Everything is in the Walmart plastic bag, and they still ask to see your receipt.
Well, interesting, because that's not been my experience,
right.
But everybody has a different experience.
Jeff, thanks for the call. Francis in St. Pete. Francis, MJ Morning Show, you're up next. Hi.
Hello, how are you? Good morning.
Morning.
Hey, half the time when I go to Walmart, they ask for my receipt, and sometimes they don't. I just keep walking, tell them they can keep my receipt, and just walk out the door. I don't stop. Here, keep my receipt.
Yeah, but but if you want to return something, it's easier with the receipt. If you don't have the receipt and you put it on a credit card, they know that credit card was used for a scanned item. Francis, thanks for the call. Christina in Seminole. Christina, MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Morning, MJ.
Hey there. What's up?
So, I've been battling this receipt check since Walmart has started it. And what I do, to me, it's like a game. I've paid for everything that I've bought. And every time they want to see my receipt, I tell them no, and I keep walking. And I figure if they want to walk out and check my receipt at my car, that's fine. But
So what's the worst thing that happened? I mean, I tell you what, this has struck a nerve, man. There are some people that are really pissed off about Walmart receipt checking at the front door. So what has happened when you've just kept walking and they say, "Can I see your receipt?" and you say no, and you keep walking? What's happened? What's the response you get?
I've had a couple old ladies that do receipt checks that hollered at me like, "I have to check your receipt," and I holler back, "No, you don't." And the only places that have to check your receipt is where you pay a club membership to, because it's in the rules when you sign up for a club membership, like Sam's Club.
Yeah, that's like in the terms of service. Service,
so you
yes.
have to,
Yeah.
you have to show your receipt or you lose your membership. But Walmart, they have no legal standpoint. Everybody can literally walk out the door unless asset protection sees you trying to hide merchandise.
Yep.
They're the only ones that can actually stop you. And once you walk out the door, they legally, by law, can't do anything to you unless you willingly walk back into that store.
Man, Christina, man, you got this whole thing buttoned up, don't you?
Wow.
Yeah, I worked for Home Depot for 8 years.
Gotcha. Christina, thanks for the call. Brian in Waimama. Brian, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi, Brian.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. How are you guys doing?
We are well. All right, so what's your Walmart receipt checking story?
Hey, I'm just blowing by them. I'm just walking by. I'm no eye contact. I'm just walking on by.
Man, we have a
Out the
lot of
door,
conscientious Walmart receipt objectors here, don't we?
Yes.
I'm just leaving. I'm just, bye. I got to go.
Man, this is a thing. We've just sparked. Every line is jammed here. Wow. Brian, thanks for the call. Jackie in Tampa. Jackie, you're next on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi. Every time I go to Walmart, everybody be checked they'll check everybody's receipts in front of me. And when they get to me, they just wave me through. And so just last week, I went and bought a bunch of groceries. And, I'm bringing them all up and I'm bagging everything. Some things I'm double bagging.
Right.
So anyway, I get out of the store and I go to empty out my cart. And I noticed that one of my items was not in the bag. And I thought, oh my goodness, I forgot to ring that up. Because that's the way I keep track of what I paid for. And so I go back in the store right away because I'm thinking, oh my God, it's on camera.
Right. All right, so listen, cut to the chase. So what's the outcome here?
Yeah. So I told the guy when I came back in, I said, I forgot to ring this up. He said, okay. So I went and,
Yeah, you went back in and paid for it?
of course.
Oh,
There
Jackie,
you go.
good
Well,
luck.
thank you, Jackie. All right, two more calls. I'm going to move on. And there's an interesting follow-up, or there's an interesting segue to a whole different story, which I think makes just sense to segue into in just a second. And it has to do with shoplifting. And I saw another video. I saw this online. I'm like, you know what? This is kind of interesting. I hope that the bulk of our audience doesn't engage in this type of behavior, but nevertheless, I do find it interesting. Rose in Dunedin. Rose, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning. I have a different angle on this.
Yes.
2 weeks ago, I was at Walmart. I went through self-checkout, and at the very end, it asked me, do you want print only, email only, or both? So if you do email only, what are you showing the checker? That day when I went out, there was no checker, but they're giving you the option. So what are you going to show them?
Yeah, that's exactly. What are they going to make you show your email account on your phone that you got the receipt via email? No, that's a very good point, Rose. Thank you. Jill in Largo. Hey, Andrew, let me grab Jill and I'll grab Rick, but if you can shut it off because I got to move on. So, Jill Largo, you're next on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning. How are you?
Hey, Jill, we're well. Go ahead.
Okay, so a couple weeks ago, I was at Walmart in Seminole, and I bought a coffee maker that was $20, and they stopped me to check my receipt, and this kid rides out of the Walmart on a very expensive bike and gets away with it. And by the time we got outside, he was long gone.
Wait a minute. While they're checking your receipt, the kid rode out on a bike from the bike department?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man. Jill, thanks for... And did they run after him?
No, they didn't. He got away.
Yeah. The policy is that the employees are not supposed to go after shoplifters. They're not supposed to, confront them. They're not supposed to engage. Don't, tackle them in the parking lot. Jill, thanks for the call. Last call on this. Rick in Brandon. Tell you what, we've hit an emotional nerve here about the receipt checking at the door at Walmart. I mean, the number of people who are like, you're not checking my receipt. I'm not showing it to you. I'm amazed at the number of calls here.
I get
Rick,
it.
final call on this. Rick, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey.
Here's my spin on this. If you paid for everything and didn't steal anything, what's your problem with showing your receipt?
The problem, Rick, is the hassle of A, them thinking you're a thief, B, slowing you down from getting on with your day to have to stand there to show them something you already did.
And when if it's self-checkout, you've already done that. Like the lady said, I'm working for you now.
Well, what's the deal? You can take something, an extra bag, put something in the extra bag, and still walk out the door without paying for it.
Listen, some people don't have a problem with this. Other people, this strikes a nerve. You're going to have probably the overwhelming percentage of people, when they're asked to show their receipt, they've got no issue. It's, a 3-second process and you're on your way. But some people are like, hey, what right do you have? No, I'm not going to show you the receipt. Listen, some people, get hung up on certain things, get a little ornery. Yeah. And, obviously we've had a couple of those folks that call in. Frankly, I've got no issue. But, also, I think that and this is an interesting angle as well. I think they profile folks, meaning I think they look at people and they kind of size them up. And it seems that I have noticed that some Walmart locations that some people, they ask to see the receipt, and other people, they don't ask to see the receipt. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's happened to me on numerous occasions where I'm walking at a Walmart and I see that they are checking receipts and they don't even ask me. Maybe I don't look like I'm a Walmart, product pilferer.
No,
and they
do. You really do.
They just let me roll out. Hey, Rick, thanks for the call, buddy.
Have a good one.
You too. Yes, Andrew, the producer.
I've never had this issue at Walmart, but at Sam's Club, when you're leaving, there's a long line that seems to take forever.
But you're a member of a club there. You
but
join
again,
knowing that's the deal.
Understood. I'm just saying, though.
As the caller brought that up a little while ago, when you sign up for a membership, it's in their rules that you agree to show your receipt at the front door.